I think that the European nations are going to take a lot of the burden. We're going to help them, and we're going to make it very secure. We also need to discuss.
A major shift in the Ukraine war effort is taking shape. European and US leaders are accelerating plans for a new package of security guarantees for Kyiv, a move seen as paving the way for possible talks between Presidents Vladimir Putin and Volodymyr Zelensky, and even a trilateral summit with Donald Trump. Bloomberg reported, sources confirm US and European officials have begun drafting a framework to bolster Ukraine's armed forces without restrictions, alongside proposals for a future multinational reassurance force. The aim? To prevent Russia from imposing limits on Kyiv's military as part of any ceasefire deal. The White House summit on Monday brought Zelensky, Trump, and European leaders together, delivering clearer US commitment after growing concern that Washington was tilting toward Moscow.
Essentially, I'm optimistic that collectively we can reach an agreement that would deter any future aggression against Ukraine, and I actually think there won't be. I think that's even overrated, largely overrated, but we're going to find out. And I think that the European nations are going to take a lot of the burden. We're going to help them, and we're going to make it very secure. We also need to discuss the possible exchanges of territory, taking into consideration the current line of contact. That means the war zone, the war lines that are pretty obvious, very sad, actually, to look at them. And negotiating positions, President Putin.
European officials say the guarantees could take the form of Article 5-like commitments, originally proposed by Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. French President Emmanuel Macron suggested an announcement of Putin-Zelensky talks could come within hours. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said a possible Putin-Zelensky summit could take place within 2 weeks, with US Secretary of State Marco Rubio hinting at a broader trilateral summit with Trump to finalize a deal. Polish leaders have also stressed their role in securing infrastructure for Ukraine deliveries, with Prime Minister Donald Tusk joining the ongoing international call. The flurry of diplomacy comes even as Russia escalates strikes on Ukrainian energy sites. Western leaders insisted this is a decisive moment, one that could set the stage for negotiations unlike any since the war began.